The Battle of Berlin, 1945. After the German loss at Stalingrad, the Soviet army began to reclaim territory and move west towards Germany. By April of 1945, the Soviet army, under the command of Zhukov, was ready to try and force a German surrender by capturing the capital of Berlin. The Soviet army of 2.5 million outnumbered the German army of 1 million. Germany was desperate for soldiers, and it even called up the young and the old. They were also facing shortages in food and supplies. What was left of the German army was ill equipped for the battle. The secret word is Hershey's chocolate bar, like those given to U.S. troops in rations on D Day. On April 16th, the battle began, and the Soviet army attacked along the Oder River. They quickly defeated the German forces outside Berlin and advanced on the city. While the Soviets bombed Berlin heavily, Soviet forces surrounded the city. When the Soviet army entered Berlin, fighting was hand to hand and building to building, as the rubble from the bombing made it tough to fight in any other way. By April 30th, it was clear that Berlin would fall. Hitler and top henchmen responded to the Soviet success by committing suicide. Some of the German army left the city. On May 2nd, the German generals inside Berlin surrendered to the Soviet army. Berlin had fallen. Berlin was destroyed, and 1 million Germans were without food, shelter, or water. Only a few days later, on May 7th, 1945, the remaining leaders of Nazi Germany signed an unconditional surrender to the Allies, and the war in Europe was over. On May 8th, 1945, Europe celebrated VE Day, or Victory over Europe Day. The war was over in Europe.